Hey mamas, and welcome to the Entering Motherhood podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Marie Bilger, a wife, mom of two, VBAC mama, and doula. Join us every episode to learn from professionals, special guests, and moms just like you, ensuring that you know what you need to know and discover things that you didn't know before. I believe in you. Let's doula this, and let's navigate the transition of entering motherhood together. Hello. Hi, mamas, and welcome back to another episode of Entering Motherhood. I'm so excited that you're here, and today we're going to be diving into something a little different, and I'm going to call it the 3 H's of pregnancy, and we're talking about hernias, hemorrhoids, and heartburn. These are not the most glamorous topics, but let's be real, these are some of the most common discomforts that many pregnant people experience. They're not often talked about openly, which can leave you feeling like you are the only one dealing with them. But trust me, you are not alone. I have had experience with most of these and little bits of all of them. So in this episode, we'll talk about what causes each of them, solutions and remedies that can help, and even a few fun or surprising facts about them that you may have heard before or may not have, and we're going to talk about it. So starting off with the first one, hernia. And so what is a hernia? A hernia can actually happen when the tissue, usually part of the intestines, pushes through a weak spot in your abdominal wall. So if you didn't know, during pregnancy, you experience abdominal separation sometimes, and that is happening right down the center of your abdomen. And so with that separation and the growing of the uterus and just increased abdominal pressure, there is a more likelihood that you are going to experience these hernias happening. There is a lot of hormone-related loosening of muscles that can make this more likely too. And the most common types of hernias in pregnancy are going to be called the umbilical hernia. And this is right around the belly button. And another type of hernia that could possibly occur is in the groin area. So if you are feeling any of these sensations, currently I feel like I may have one, which is right above my belly button, and it's a little bit hot to touch. It's a little bit of a pain point area. It's just not a fun sensation. Like I said, some causes is just going to be that extra pressure from your growing baby. If you have had previous abdominal surgeries or any weaknesses, I know that I have had some ab separation in the past with my pregnancies. This is our 3rd baby, and so there is a lot of separation happening as your belly grows multiple times. That can be a cause as well. Multiple pregnancies can increase the risk of having hernias. So some solutions, or what you could do, is most pregnancy hernias are monitored rather than treated surgically unless they become really severe. This is, obvious. We don't want to be going through any surgical procedures if we don't have to during pregnancy. And so we're just monitoring it. You can use a supportive belly band, or what I'm doing right now is some KT tape to help reduce that discomfort. Avoid any heavy lifting or straining to your core or wherever you're feeling it. And then just some gentle core strengthening exercises can help prevent or worsen the situation. So I'm really taking it easy. I'm using the tape and I'm just monitoring the area and seeing how that goes. And then, fun fact with hernias, more men are actually likely to get hernias overall, but pregnancy is one of the few times where women can actually surpass men in the risk due to the unique strain on the abdominal wall. So if you are in this fun club of potentially having a hernia, or if you have been having any sensations in your groin, above your belly button, somewhere along your abdomen, then maybe this could be a hernia. So talk to your provider about it, see what some things you can do. Like I said, belly bands and tape can be really great. Just take it easy. Don't lift anything heavy, and it will hopefully not worsen and then be able to get better after baby is here. So second one is hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids are swollen veins in the rectal area. So this is kind of like varicose veins, but in a much less glamorous location. And in pregnancy, about 30 to 50% of people experience them at some point, especially in the third trimester. There's just a lot going on. Some causes of hemorrhoids are going to be increased blood volume and pressure from the uterus, hormones that are relaxing your blood vessels, and also if you're having constipation. This is super common in pregnancy due to hormones and iron supplements and things like that. So if you are experiencing constipation, we talked about this in another episode that was talking about first trimester symptoms and things like that and things that you can do, but that could be leading towards you having hemorrhoids. Some solutions or some things that could help is to make sure that you're staying hydrated and eat plenty of fiber-rich foods. So lots of water, lots of fiber-rich foods, making sure that you are also moving your body. Even just walking helps when we want to keep that digestion flowing. A warm sitz bath or a witch hazel pad can be really nice and soothing relief for this. This is also something that can be happening postpartum. A lot of the times the strain on the rectal area from pushing can cause hemorrhoids as well. So sitz baths are going to be really great postpartum. And also avoid sitting too long if you are very sedentary and sitting most of the day. This can lead to a more likelihood of having hemorrhoids. So just getting up and standing and walking, doing some gentle movement to help reduce that pressure can be super beneficial. And then just know that this is common, but like I said, there are solutions. There are ways to work around it and to help and to alleviate that pressure and those hemorrhoids. So please don't suffer in pain alone. And if you are experiencing this, if you are aware of this, please just, again, talk to your provider, talk to your doula, talk to somebody, and find different ways that you can help shrink those hemorrhoids, take the pressure off, and alleviate those sensations. The third one that we're going to talk about is heartburn. Heartburn is that burning sensation in the chest or throat that is caused by stomach acid flowing back up into the esophagus. So in pregnancy, this is super common. Some studies actually suggest that there's up to 80% of women that deal with it, especially in that third trimester. So if you are having these heartburn sensations, then know that you are not alone and there is a lot going on that can be causing them. The main one is the hormone progesterone, which is relaxing your muscles. It's relaxing the valve that's between the stomach and the esophagus, which makes it easier for the acid to sneak up. So if you are experiencing this, that's kind of the situation that's going on. And also your uterus is growing, that's pressing on the stomach. And it might be happening more when you lay down too. So just sitting upright, making sure that you're sitting when you're eating your food, and maybe walking a little bit afterwards can help. Eating those smaller, more frequent meals instead of larger ones can also be helpful. Like I just said, avoid lying down right after eating. Prop yourself up with some pillows at night if it's happening at night as well. And then some trigger foods that can be going on for heartburn is spicy foods, fried foods, citrusy, chocolate, things like that. Like maybe just take one out, see if it helps. Really just adjust those trigger foods and see if it might be occurring less when you take those out. And then also ginger tea or some warm milk can actually help soothe the symptoms. And people find chewing gum can actually be helpful too because it increases saliva and it neutralizes the acid. So maybe try a few of these things if you're experiencing heartburn. Hopefully it alleviates it. If not, when baby gets here, all of these things will slowly start to diminish. So another thing about heartburn is there's an old wives' tale that says babies born with lots of hair cause more heartburn. And interestingly enough, there's actually some science behind this because in 2006, there was a study that actually found a correlation between maternal heartburn and newborn hair growth. So it's likely due to these same hormones that are affecting both hair growth and that reflux situation happening. If you are having that experience, then maybe your baby will be born with a lot of hair, or maybe not. I have never experienced heartburn in any of my pregnancies, and all of my babies so far have come out completely bald. So I can be the one that says my babies don't have hair and I did not experience heartburn. If you have had heartburn and your baby's had a lot of hair, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your input. If you have had experience with any of these hernias, hemorrhoids, heartburn, let me know what you did to help. If you are experiencing these things now, maybe some of these different solutions, tips, and tricks can help you in the situation that you're in right now. Whether it's hemorrhoids, hernias, or heartburn, these are common discomforts of pregnancy, and they all share a general root cause, which is your hormones are shifting, your blood flow is increasing, and you are getting extra pressure from your growing baby. So the good news is most of the time these are temporary and they usually improve after pregnancy. But in the meantime, there are plenty of small steps that you can be taking to help manage them. So if you're dealing with any of these right now, please know that you are not alone. So many of us have been there, including myself, like I said. And if you have a creative remedy or something that has helped you, like I said, I'd love to hear it. You can message me over on Instagram at Entering Motherhood, or if you know another mama that is struggling with these things, then share this episode with her, share this information with her, let her know where you found it, and it might bring some relief to them. So pregnancy isn't always rainbows and sunshines, and it's not always pretty, but it is powerful. And sometimes just talking openly about the less glamorous parts is exactly what helps us feel more connected and supported. So thanks for joining me today. Until next time, take care of yourself and know that you're doing an amazing job. See you later. Thank you, mamas, so much for listening. Remember, you are a rock star. I believe in you. Let's doula this. Let's crank it up a notch and let's kick it into high gear together. Hit that subscribe button, share this episode with a friend, message me, email me, call me, beat me. You know how to reach me. We're doing this, mamas. I am so excited to catch you here next week. This is your one-stop go-to place for helping you find the resources you need to make the best choices for you and your family during pregnancy, birth, and most importantly, postpartum. See you later, mamas.